So how's the energy for you? A little bit intense, isn't it? So this clarity about grounding part 2 today. Why spiritual people feel so intense at the moment. First of all is the alignment of the understanding what is the spiritual means, and it's not a separation from the material. The true awakening is to understanding how to enjoy in our material world, and how to be easy and joyful at receiving our wealth and our beauty and our alignment and our joy, and saying yes, able to say yes to our desire. So I'm sure by now that the biggest challenge for the spiritual people, especially if you have frequency of the motherhood or fatherhood, if you know that you more resourceful, if you're more aware, this is the huge trap, that you think that you're responsible for the whole world. And the more you think that you're awake, and the more you pull up for yourself responsibility for others, the less you align. So basically the grounding for us is to be able to recognize for who we are responsible at the moment. And if you're responsible for those who are aware less, for our kids, for our followers, for our clients, we're not living our purpose, we're not living our life. For me, it was biggest example is to understand when I observe animals. I learn so much from animals. And when the mama bear come to the hill, very slippery hill, and her baby sleep down, and she didn't take even one step to go down. She was patiently wait the baby on the top. So with our spiritual awakening, the truth awakening, it's to understand that we can lead and be example for others when we free from responsibilities of others, even if it's our kids, even if it's our followers, even if it's like someone who really important for us. We can give them hand if our full responsibility on our joy, on our wealth, on our beauty, on our happiness, on our clarity. That's only how we can truly help someone. Otherwise, we're slipping down from this slippery hill, you know, and our kids also like, oh, if my mama cannot do that, forget about me. This is the biggest misalignment for the spiritual people, that we think that we're responsible for others if we understand more, if we feel more, if we're more mature soul. This is the biggest trap. Like awakening for us is to be absolutely free from responsibility for others. It's kind of understanding that we have only one container for the responsibility. If we not putting our responsibility in that container, we put someone else. So forget, you're not leading star anymore. You live in someone else's life. And it will be so difficult financially, in the healthy way, in the joyful way, in the creative way, in the clarity way, because you just not living your potential, you live someone else's role. And so many spiritual people, they know how to create miracles, like moving stars or moving mountain, like do anything, any miracle. But when we're talking about money, they're like, fuck, this is really raw subject, this is I cannot do. I don't know how to do it. And I tell you in this video why this happened. Because when we put in so much responsibilities of others, basically what we are hiding up, our belief that we're not good enough, that we not deserve love, that we not deserve happiness, that we are guilty just like to be on this plane, just we are guilty to be born. And with all the struggle and hustle to be without money, with lack of proper food, to someone like basic conditions with the water, rooftop, clothes, but people just afraid to look what is behind all these responsibilities for others, why it's so heavy, and why I don't want to let go of that. It's because beneath the biggest misalignment, the biggest illusion that we could ever imagine to carry on is like, I'm not good enough. It's such a deep bullshit, and it's so wounded, it's so, like, I'm not saying it's so deep, but it's hidden well with all these responsibilities, you know, and it's very heavy stuff. So if you're talking about grounding, first of all, it's to be able to say yes to our true desire, to our wealth, to our joy, to our creativity, to our impulse of our heart, to be honest to ourselves, not to feel this as the duty, but like, do I want to do it? Yeah. And if we start to like, no, this is my mission, this is my divine guidance told me to do, and this and this and this, it's kind of like, I'm sure you already have by now if you're watching my video, and if it's resonate. I had so much time like that the situation was so upside down, and it was like so wrong to follow this, like, you know, it's kind of, this is belief, like I'm here on the mission, so I have to go through this darkness, I have to go through this challenge, I have to limit myself, I have to torture myself because of this big mission. And when I was come close to see that what kind of mission and who was actually that that behind that mission, I always saw that it was the hands of troubled childhood, you know, the childhood with troubles. So when we are in scary situation in our childhood, we so need help from our parents, from our maybe older sister, brother, and we cannot receive that. So we became that, like, okay, better to be stronger than to admit that I'm afraid, because I don't have support, I don't have protection. And that's how we became like, okay, how I can support my braveness. Oh, I can support my braveness by protecting everyone, because they're so scary, because they don't know what to do. But actually that's who asking for help, it's us. It's we are scary, it's we feel lonely, it's we feel not protected. So that's how we became missionary. But from the divine point of view, we never come here for a mission. We come here to enjoy, grow, and create. And that's possible only when we're free. When we're free and when we respect our choice and the choice of others. So, the true grounding starts from freedom of responsibility and understanding that even our family members born from the same divine resource, they have very aware soul, even if they like 5 months old, 13 or whatever, is the same God as me, as you. So as loving parents, as more aware soul, if you know more than others, speak up and let people choose what is resonate for their heart. There will be someone who will follow, who will resonate and say, yes, this is my way, I feel this way, it's true, it's true. Someone will say, no, I will look for other way, this is alignment is not for me, maybe it's not my time, or whatever. So remember that we have a choice, value our choice, be free from responsibility of others, meaning we are responsible how we feel, what we feel to say, what we feel to do, what is resonate for our alignment, what is resonate for our beauty, for our wealth, for our health, for our joy and creativity. That's the synchronize with here and now. So the true grounding is ability to step in our home without dying. Home without dying is to be alignment or resistance free to here and now. It's to be flow. And now the question, how to get there. I know a few ways. I created the group support for the grounded with monthly and yearly membership, and I do that individually. So if any of this resonate, DM me for the discovery call, and we feel our hearts if we feel together to unfold this for you, for me. And I just, I look for the spiritual people, and they so beautifully made, like a diamond, like really treasure. But when they trap in themselves with all these stories like I'm trusting, the money will come, I'm trusting. My love, I teach about belief, I teach about trust, but money wounds, it's not about trust. Money wounds, it's about surrender to someone who able to see clear. It's kind of like you have broken legs or broken ribs, broken spine, and you just go to the surgeon for the operation. The money wounds, it's related to self-love and responsibility for others, and what do you think, like how you actually misplace yourself from your floor, So it's not about trust. Money resistance, it looks like this: I want you, I hate you, I not allow you to come. And until you flip that mindset, you're not able to receive it. But your major impact can be only when you liberate your voice, when you so friendly with your resources, when you allow yourself to speak up and feel without approval what others think about you, and if it's dangerous to talk the truth, or will you hurt someone. This is the art of speaking the truth with love, and of course putting yourself in a priority. Like if you really want to help anyone, if you come here, if you born here to do the impact, you just have to live your own life, your own desire, your own value, your own vision, your own creativity. Only that's how. So please stop lying to yourself like it's not for me, I'm guilty, and material world, it's not matter for me, I'm grounding because I'm calm enough.